Hello everyone, you're welcome back to Teens Talk Teens World, where we discuss better ways to be who God has called us to be. If you're new on this platform, I am Oluwadamilola Akyode, also known as Sisidami. If you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do well to click the subscribe button, give us thumbs up if you like our videos, drop comments in the comment box, and also share this video with all of your friends so they can also be blessed. And don't forget to imbibe all that we'll be learning in this video. So today we'll continue from where we stopped in our series talking about value systems. 2 months ago we talked about being the salt of the earth. Last month we talked about being the light of the world. And this month of July we'll be talking about being solutions to the problems of the world. Because our world awaits us and they must not wait in vain. So our talk today will be taken by a very good friend and brother of mine. His name is Oluwademilade Akyode. Sit back, watch, enjoy, and be blessed. I will also be watching it right here so that I can also be blessed. So where's my phone? Oh yeah, it's right here.
Hello everyone, this is the third video on the value system series. We started with talking about being the salt of the earth, then we moved on to our being the light of the world. And quickly, I'd like to make a reference to the launch program of the Teens Talk Teens World. I remember, if you've not seen the video, it's in the description box below so you can watch it. So, I remember during the onboarding session, Sisidami spoke about three things. She said, number one, we are the salt of the earth, we must not lose our sweetness. She said, number two, we are the light of the world, we must not become darkness. And the third is that the world is waiting for us and we must not wait in vain. So today, we're going to be talking about being the solutions of the earth. And I'm going to divide this video into three sections. Number one is realization, number two is capacity building, and number three is actualization. Now, as teenagers, the journey to purpose fulfillment is an amazing one because it's full of learning, and then realization is the first step that we need to take. It's the first step that we need to take in our path to purpose fulfillment. After which we can start to visualize ourselves in that place of purpose fulfillment. We can start to visualize ourselves fulfilling purpose already. And now the third step is that we now begin to work upon ourselves spontaneously. We work upon ourselves so that we can get to that place of purpose fulfillment, which will be the second step in this video. So, but for us to realize, it will take God to help us, because as teenagers, we come up one morning and then we say we want to be something, and then the next day we change it, and then we're like, oh, I don't want to be that again. The reason God is going to be our helper in that is the author and finisher of all knowledge. He knows all things. He knows what we are going to be right from the beginning. Even before now, he already knows that, okay, this is what you are going to be. So that is why it is very efficient for us to ask him rather than just shadow boxing. So, and now I understand that there are a certain set of people that are already realized, but challenges have swept them down. They have tried so well, but challenges have pulled them down. Now, I want you to understand that challenges are inevitable. Challenges will always come. They are not unusual. So they would always come. It shows that you are moving. And you look at successful people up there and you feel, oh, they didn't go through any challenge. They are just so lucky. But if you read their story, you will see that they made a decision not to allow the challenge pull them down, but they pulled the challenges down. So why don't you make that decision and pull those challenges down? Because challenges are always going to come for every single successful person on earth. It is the rule of life. So challenges will come. And yes, you might say that your background was not so good. You might say that you made mistakes in the past. There have to be ways that you fix those mistakes. There have to be ways that you work on your foreground so that your foreground can affect your background. So that is about realization. Now that you realize what you want to be, you realize your purpose, capacity building. Now, capacity building is a part of this video that I'm going to spend a little more time on, because I'm going to break it into subsections. So, but I want you to understand that capacity building is like a bridge. It connects you to your future. It's like a bridge, yes. So you have to go through capacity building for you to get to that place of fulfillment. And I'm going to come up with four principles, share first four principles that I came up with that you need to take note in capacity building. If you have yours, you can also drop them in the comment box below. So, number one principle is the skill sets. Speaking of skill sets, you are looking into your interest, things that interest you. What are the things that I like to do, my hobbies? And then you come up with skills that are required for your future, for your God-given purpose. Because if they are in the world of interest, there are so many interests, there are so many things that will interest you, but you have to come up with things that are important, that are necessary for that purpose that the Lord has given unto you. And then, you remember when I was explaining skill sets, I said it has to come out of your interest. It has to be born out of your interest. Because if it is not born out of your interest, if you are just doing things that people just want you to do, or people are forcing you to do, when there are days that there is no longer motivation, you would not be able to go on, because the source of motivation is not intrinsic. Speaking of motivation, TeenStalk is going to drop a video on motivation soon on this channel. So click the subscription button and the notification bell so you get notified when we upload that video. So that is about motivation. Your skill set has to be born out of your interest so that you can keep going on even when there is no longer motivation. Now, the second principle is personal development. Personal development is looking into yourself, checking out your characters, checking out the virtues that are required for your purpose. Asking yourself, okay, do I need this virtue? Or what virtues are important? What virtues do I need to fulfill purpose? And then you work upon them. You see successful people, and then you see those virtues, you find those virtues, specific virtues like time management, being accountable with money. You find them in them because they have taken time to work upon those virtues in themselves, work upon those characters. So look into yourself, look at the faults that you have, look at the strengths that you have, praise yourself for the strengths, but work upon your weaknesses, work upon those characters that you feel, oh, I need to work upon this. And then you necessarily do not have to work upon your characters in at once. You can take them periodically, seasonally. You can say, okay, this part of not taking cognizance of my time, let me work upon it from this time to this time. So by this time, I should be able to manage my time well, and just come up with those goals for your character. Now, the third principle is planning. Planning reminds me of a quote by Brian Tracy. He said, you can accomplish anything, any goal you set for yourself, so far the goal is clear and you persist enough. And for your goal to be clear, I came up with four things that I looked into the way I plan, and I came up with four things that you can also use in planning. So number one step is come up with a priority list. Come up with those things that you feel are important for your future, and then you work upon them, because those priority lists will help you to know what to do per time. They would help you to know, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing at this time, not just that you take anything and you get doing. So you take up those things, you come up with priority lists. Now, once you've done your priority list, you can now start putting a time frame. When should I have been able to do this? When should I have been able to set this going? When should I have been able to do this particular thing? And then the third step is that you'd set action plans. What are the things that I should do at this time? It's just like you want to go to a particular place, and then you said, okay, in 2 minutes I'll be there, and you don't get up, you don't do any action, you don't take any action. How are you supposed to get there? So your action plan is going to help you get to that place of fulfillment of that goal. It might not be of the whole purpose, because capacity building is like your action plan for your fulfillment of purpose. So it's just like subsection, sub goals. So after you've taken your action plan, you can now begin to track your records, begin to track your results. Okay, how well am I doing? How bad am I doing? What are the things that I need to work upon? What are the things that are still not so good? What are the things that are very good? And then you praise yourself for them. So that is principle number 3. Principle number 4 has to do with analysis. Now, that is analyzing your character, analyzing your behaviors, your virtues. Look into yourself. Okay, last year I wasn't able to manage my time, but now I'm taking cognizance of my time, because it's never ends. You just have to keep going. Even though you're at the top of your of your field. You just have to keep learning. Learning never ends. So you analyze yourself. Okay, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the things that I need to work upon? What are the places that I'm so good, but I just have to keep growing. But work upon your weaknesses, and then it's just like a circle. When you're done, you check again. Okay, what are the things I still need to work upon? What are the things that I'm so good at? And then the circle goes on. Now, the fourth part is empowerment. Empowerment has to do with surrounding yourself with people that have the same mindset with you. People that that, okay, these people can help me. These people can encourage me. These people can people that that can serve as role models to you. People that that expertise in whatever field you are going, and they can serve as a source of motivation to you, even when there are no more. There are days that there's no longer motivation. You surround yourself with people that have the same mindset with you, and then you get encouraged. You empower yourself. You get better at what you're doing. So those are the 5 principles that I came up with. So if you have any other one, you can drop them in the comment box below. Now, the third part of this video is about actualization. Now, actualization comes after you've acquired some certain skills to a particular extent. I say a particular extent because remember, learning never ends, so you just have to keep learning. So you've gone through the process of personal development, of capacity building, and now it is time to actualize all that you've labored for all the while. So, but I want you to understand that it's not going to be smooth and easy at the beginning. Yes, it's just like a car moving. A car moving is the one that is going to experience traffic and bumps and potholes on the way, not the one that is stagnant. So it shows that you are moving. It shows that you are advancing. So it's not going to be easy. There are still going to be some certain level of challenges, maybe some higher level of challenges that you experience in the place of actualization. But just keep going, because you get better at it. You get better at managing problems, and that is why you are built for solutions. You are built to create solutions. And then another thing about actualization is that as you get better, your vision becomes bigger. So you get to a place of you were visualizing 10 years back, and you're like, okay, I have a bigger vision. So that is why it is not for you to waste your time now, because there is a lot to do. There's a lot you have to do. There is no limits to the potential you have. So just keep pushing it. Get your vision bigger, and still stay in the will of God. Very important. So once you get your vision bigger, it begins to help you, and then you still face challenges, because it's still part of the journey. It's still part of the journey of fulfillment. Fulfilling the purpose is still part of the journey of fulfillment. So just keep pushing it, and then you get better at it, and again you become that successful person you visualized 10 years back. So as I conclude, I want you to understand that even in the place of fulfillment, there is no room for pride, because pride is always the beginning of the fall of men. Pride pulls you back to level 0. So don't get proud. So henceforth, I want you to begin to visualize yourself in that place of purpose fulfillment. I want you to begin to work upon yourself. I want you to begin to develop your personal self, and then you see your place in the place of fulfillment in years to come.
Wow, this is wonderful and quite insightful. I hope you've learned a lot from this video and all of our past videos on value systems, because it's quite a blessing. And I hope you are going to imbibe all that you've learned, because I've been blessed, and I am really going to imbibe all the lessons that we've learned from being the salt of the earth, from being the light of the world, and even being solutions to our world's problem. Indeed, we have to build up our values to be who we want to be, and to be who God has called us to be. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as I've said earlier. Click the notification button, and also give us thumbs up if you like our videos. Grace to you, and peace be multiplied. Bye.